One quick other note, Brianna, because you know I've been packing and stuff all day. Everything that I say on here is just a video for you. I'm going to try to put them all on my YouTube too. But everything that I say on here is for you to put in your memory Rolodex and use it whenever possible. And when I'm talking about things like proper anatomical positions, accurate blood pressures, lining the blood pressure cuff up with the radial or the brachial, those things ask your instructor about. Because even though I'm giving you ins and outs and I'm putting little tidbits in there for you to research, look up, and have an understanding, always, always, always incorporate when you go to the hospital, you do your clinicals, ask the nurses questions. Ask doctors. A lot of times doctors and nurse practitioners, they'll gladly give you a full detailed rundown on the when, the where, the why, the what, the who, and the how. So be vigilant in learning as much as you can from everyone you can. And I'm going to give you one little more nugget. Every time you meet anybody in life, learn something from them. If it's a patient, I got some great recipes. If it's a visitor, if it's a physician, like I can tell you about the notch in the P wave means the atrial enlargement. Every time you meet anybody, a nurse, a coworker, a director, a manager, take something from them and put here. Because wisdom and knowledge, and I believe that comes from God. So remember, every time before I go to work, anytime I go to my assignment, I always say, I like listening to Bishop Blue. Bishop Blue it's called Release the Offense. And I saw 1, 5, 7, and 9. I don't know where 3, 6, and 4 and all that is, but he got like 4 or 5 of them on YouTube. Bishop Blue, Door of Hope, out of Marion, South Carolina. He has something called Release the Offense. When release the offenses, leave yesterday and yesterday. Practice forgiveness and move forward. After I wash Bishop Blue, I wash my feet, and then I ask the Lord. I ask Him. This is not, again, the Bible says, lean not on your own understanding. Don't lean on what you understand. Don't lean on a textbook. It's good to have the foundation, but God will reveal to you what nobody else sees. So I ask God to guide my eyes, my ears, my mouth, and my steps. Let me see what He wants me to see. Because if my assignment is made before I get there, and God, I believe, put me in that place to do what He has blessed me to do, then I want to make sure that I have His guidance and His wisdom. I can't say it's not, some of the things that I'm telling you, Brianna, remember, none of them doing so good in nursing school. And I remember I prayed one night and I was crying because I knew I was not going to make it nursing school. I was living in the projects, married, 3 kids. Oh my God. On welfare, separated. 4 o'clock. But I want you to keep in mind that I asked God, give me His understanding. Let me retain. And I am who I am today because He answered my prayers. And remember, I know your first memory got to be me and you worshiping God together. Girl, we had the whole house filled with smoke. And I poured everything in me into you. Until your parents got old enough to be parents. God forbid. So just remember, you have a beautiful parents. And you have a great, 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 wonderful mind. You've always been 3 or 4. You way smarter than that, honey. You a little bit of my mama, a little bit of Tinkerbell, a little bit of my daddy. Girl, you got it. A little bit of Verna, a little bit of Lee, a little bit of Tasha, and a whole lot of CJ. So just remember, you know it, you got it, retain it, and you always ask the right questions. When we're having discussions, it's like you're critically thinking without me telling you to critically think, and I love every second of it. Just continue to grow. And always, always. And then once you get so much knowledge, some people aren't going to be receptive to the knowledge that you've accumulated over the years or from God. So if people are receptive, pour into them like God poured into you. If you could tell somebody, your blood sugars need to be in a target range. If your blood sugars are in a target range, then you're going to have delayed healing. And you're going to have hyperglycemia. And you're going to have all these different complications and side effects. And you can print out the material and give it to them. But that don't mean they're not going to be sitting there when you come back 20 minutes later with 6 orange juices. and apple pie. So it is what it is. But whenever somebody tells me something, it's up to me. I hear you, Lord. It's up to me to retain it. It's up to me to accept it. And it's up to me if I got to write it down and go back and look at it the next day, read it before I go to bed, I'm on it. And I know you just like your nana. So, but you don't work hard as I do, because you're more brilliant. So just remember, just lean not upon your understanding, but let God do it. Because, like I said, yeah, I'm a firm believer that the healthcare profession started in the wilderness with the Israelites in the wilderness, with the being bitten by the snakes and the snake on the totem pole. So take your time, enjoy every second, smell the roses while you're smelling them, and write down questions about. Because I remember like when the COVID pandemic was going on, and the teacher asked the question. I was like, oh my God, who's gonna answer that? And you couldn't put your hand up, and you answer the question, and you like page this. I was like, what? Page this of this book and this chapter, it says this is this and this. And he started smiling. It's like when when people see that spark in you and that desire to learn and how you retain it, it's astonishing. So, do you. Take care. I'm leaving these for you. I love you all the way to the moon, Brianna. Have a great night.